And in the previous lesson, the one before last, of course, we talked about reported speech when you use it with sentences. But in our last lesson, we also used it to report questions. And we learned a few rules, which are, for example, you cannot use the auxiliaries do, does, and did. You can't use them when you report questions. And if you're reporting a yes/no question, then you need to use if or whether. And if you're using the verb ask when you report, you can sometimes use an object. You don't have to always use it. And the verb form, it's the same. Change it in the same way you change it in sentences. So these are the general ideas about reported speech. Now, here we did this exercise in number 6, if you remember. And in this exercise, we covered how we can report questions. After that, we listened to a conversation between Max and Eva, and there were some sentences, or there were some information that Eva reported to Max. And in these sentences, or in these information, in this information, some of the sentences that she reported were requests, and some of them were imperatives. Wa alaikum salam. Hi, Hajar. How are you today?
Fine, alhamdulillah. How about you?
وعليكم السلام.
I'm all right. I'm okay. So we're just having a little review here. We're talking about the questions. Whenever you want to report questions, you need to follow a few rules. And after that, we're going to talk a little bit today about how you can report requests and imperatives. This is what we want to do today. And we already listened to them in our last lesson. We listened to them when Eva was talking to, was he Mike? I forgot her boyfriend's name. I think Mike. Mike. Max. No. I'm not talking about Max. I'm talking about Eva's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because after Max and Eva talked, then Eva, she reported everything that happened. She reported it to her boyfriend. So
yeah.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. His name's not important. But so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna play the conversation one more time, so you can see what Eva said to her boyfriend. And then after that, we want to focus a little bit on what she said and what she reported, because some of the things she's going to report are requests from Max, and some of them are imperatives by Max. Now, I just want to make sure that you know the difference between a request and an imperative. What's the difference between a request and an imperative? Or is it the same?
No, it's not. Request when you ask someone to do something.
Okay.
But imperatives, when you just when you told someone do something. No, not optional. It's you should like, do it.
You're right. Yes. A request is usually you ask someone to do something. You want them to do something for you, so you ask them. But an imperative is it's more like an order. It's something that you kind of have to do. So an imperative is like when mothers tell their kids, do your homework, clean your room, finish your dinner. These kind of sentences are imperatives. Requests are, I think, obvious. You just ask a person for something. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to the conversation again between Max and Eva, and you will notice that Max is going to mix in his speech in his talk with Eva, He's gonna ask her a few things. So he's gonna make a few requests, but he's also going to tell her to do a few things, and he's going to tell her not to do a few things. So imperative. So let me just play the track for you one last time. So just so you can remember it. Now, where is it? Yes, track 20, track 20. Here it is. C3, track 20. Okay. Okay, sorry, I was just looking for the track. So here it is, I found it. Okay, let me share the sound. Share sound. All right, so here we go. Let's start it from the beginning.
Track 20.
And this is what we're focusing on, okay? We already answered them, of course, yesterday. So maybe you shouldn't pay too much attention to the questions. Pay attention to how the requests and imperatives of Max, how Eva reports them to her boyfriend. This is what I want you to focus on. So here we are. Let me repeat it.
Hello?
Hello, is that Eva West?
Yes, it is.
This is Max Foster from On the Box.
Oh, yes, hi.
Good news. You've got the job.
Really? Oh, that's wonderful, thank you.
No problem. Can you come to a meeting on Monday?
Yes, of course. What time?
Be at our offices at 10. The director and all the other actors will be here too.
Yes, of course.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't accept any more work. This is a full-time job and you'll be busy for the next 3 months at least.
No, of course not. Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.
Wow! I've got the job!
Congratulations! That's brilliant!
Yes, I can't believe it. A TV series, and I'm the main character.
So what did he say?
Well, he asked me to come to a meeting on Monday. He wants me to meet the director and the other actors.
That's great.
Yes, he told me to be at their offices at 10.
Excellent. Did he say anything else?
Yes, he told me not to accept any more work. This is going to last 3 months at least.
Fantastic. So, what's your character's name again?
Kat. I don't know much about her yet, but it sounds like a really challenging part. Apparently, she's an undercover cop.
Okay, so Eva, she reported the requests and imperatives of Max to her boyfriend. Now, let's talk a little bit about number 8a. So here it says, which of these sentences are requests and which of them are imperatives? The first one, can you come to a meeting on Monday? What is this? What do you think? Imperative or request?
Request.
Correct. It's a request. What about be at our offices at 10?
It's imperative.
Correct. Don't accept any more work.
And also imperative.
Correct. But how can we spot an imperative from the grammar of the sentence? Is there some way we can spot an imperative sentence from the grammar?
From the grammar, in an imperative sentence, we don't use modal verbs.
Right. What do we use instead?
We use auxiliary. Do, don't.
Only auxiliaries?
No.
Can you think of an imperative sentence with an
Uh,
irregular verb without an auxiliary?
Yes, we can. Because you can say read it
Correct.
or write. Yeah.
That's it. So these are also imperative sentences. But when we use a verb like this, like, for example, read it, write it, be at our offices, don't accept any more work. What is this verb
It's-
form?
It's in a present simple.
Close. But let's say, for example, you want a girl to read a book. Do you say read it or do you say reads it?
Read it.
Yeah. We don't
Yeah.
use the S, right?
We don't use it as yes.
So what does this mean? Is it present?
No.
What do you think, Sana? Sana? Hello, can you hear us, Sana? Sana, I think, has got some internet problems. Okay, so this means, Hajar, we need to use an infinitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, infinitive, and we don't use a subject pronoun in imperative sentences.
Yes.
We don't use you, he, she, it. Notice imperative sentences don't have that. It just has the verb in infinitive. Clean your room, read the book.
Be infinitive.
Yes, infinitive. Be at our offices, don't accept. So all of these are imperatives. So actually grammatically imperatives are very simple. No subject, no nothing, just put an infinitive verb. That's it. Okay. So now let's take a look at part B. Here in part B, it says, look at how Eva reported what Max said, then complete the rules with the imperatives. Sorry, imperatives and requests, both of them. Yes. Sana, you've got problems with your connection. We hear you quite late.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let me read these three sentences. So the first one says, he asked me to come to a meeting on Monday. Number two, he told me to be at their offices at 10. He told me not to accept any work. Okay, so actually, if you pay attention, these three sentences here, these are the reported sentences from the original ones here. Okay. So this is what Max said to Eva, and this is what Eva said to her boyfriend. So we've got this becomes this. Yes. Sana, your internet is really bad. Try restarting your modem. Maybe your internet will become a little better.
Yes. What happened?
Yeah, I think maybe it's stuck or it needs a restart or reboot or something. Okay, now let's take a look at these two rules. So the first rule, it says to report something, we use asked plus object plus not is optional plus infinitive with to. So what is it? Is it an imperative or is it is it a request? Which one do we use in the first rule? What do you think? Imperative or request?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Alaikum
okay.
salam.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you clearly now.
Mm.
So what do you think, Hajar?
The first one is request to report request.
Correct, because you can see the first sentence, he asked me. She reported his request when he said, can you come? He asked me to come, right? So,
Yes.
so here we've got a request. Oops, in Arabic. So this means if you want to report a request, this is how you do it. And if you want to report an imperative, just change asked me, change it to told me.
Told me.
Yes, he told me, he told him, he told her. Of course, the subject pronoun can change, but told, this is the imperative. Or this is the way you report an imperative. Is this clear? Is this part clear? Sana Hajar?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think it's too difficult, right? I think the only thing you need to pay attention to is the original sentence, the direct sentence in direct speech. Is it an imperative? Is it a request? Because if it's a request, just use asked. He asked me to clean the kitchen. He asked me to help with his homework. She asked me to cook lunch, to make lunch. So these are all requests. But when you want to make it into an imperative, you just need to use told. He told me to stop talking. He told us to drive safely. We told them to be quiet, right? These are all examples of reported imperatives. Now, let's do a few exercises before we take a look at the summary. Or maybe the other way around. Let's take a look at the summary first. Maybe you can find some information in the summary, and then we can do the exercise. So page 153, 153. Let's take a look. So we want to check reported speech, requests and imperative. Nothing new, ما في شيء. Yeah, nothing additional. Okay, so this means we can go straight away to the questions, to the exercise. Now, it says here, number 9, Eva and Joe are talking later that day. Write Eva's sentences in reported speech. All right, so here, let's work together. So remember, these sentences are a mix of a mix of requests and imperatives. Okay. So number 1 is already answered. Could you give me a lift tomorrow? She asked him to give her a lift tomorrow. Okay. So here, all of these sentences, these are from Eva. She said these sentences to her boyfriend, Joe. Our job is we want to report these sentences to someone else. بنعاودوا كلام Eva. So Sana, this means you will report Eva's sentences. You're going to report them to Hajar. Do you get the idea?
Okay.
All right, so let's do number 2, but let me prepare a little box for us to write. Okay, so you can start with number 2, Sana.
Okay. Call me at lunchtime. Okay. This sentence imperative.
Correct.
Okay. She told him to call her at lunchtime.
That's it.
Mhm.
All right, nice. Now, number 3, Hajar, can you report this sentence to Sana?
Okay. Will you pick me after the meeting? It's a request sentence.
Mhm.
Okay. She asked him
Right.
to pick her up after the meeting.
That's it. All right, nice. Okay, Sana, number 4.
Okay, don't worry about me.
Mhm.
This is imperative, I think, yeah?
Correct. It's an imperative,
Yes.
but it's a negative. But it's an imperative. Mhm.
She told him not to worry about her.
That's it. Okay. And number 5, Hajar.
Can you book a table at our favorite restaurant? It's a request.
Okay.
So she asked him
Mhm.
to book a table at our her favorite restaurant.
Okay, but is it only her favorite restaurant?
Yeah, them at ours favorite no our their favorite
Yes.
restaurant.
That's it.
Mm.
You're not
Yes.
included in the invitation, Hajar.
Mm.
You already had your iftar. You're not
Mm.
allowed to eat again. Okay. Favorite restaurant. All right, nice. Okay. What about number 6?
Okay.
Sana.
Don't tell anyone about the job yet. Okay. She told him not to tell anyone about her job.
That's it. Nice. Okay, and the last one, Hajar.
Do you think you could help me learn my lines?
Mhm.
She told him to think her. Oh no. Do you think you could help me? Yeah, she asked him.
Okay. It's a
Okay.
request.
Yes, it's a she asked him to think, or no, we don't use to. It's an optional too, or we should put it.
We should use to, but the thing is it's like an expression. Do you think it's not a real verb that
Okay.
we need to report?
Okay, then she asked him
But
could help her learn.
but it's like a yes no question, right?
Yes. Oh, so we use F, yes?
I think you have to here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She asked him if if he could.
That's it.
If he could to help her.
What do we use after modal verbs?
Yeah, we don't use to.
Mm-hmm.
Could help her to learn.
Mm-hmm. And
To
even
learn.
here, it's optional. You can just say help her learn, because after
Yeah,
help, you can do it both ways. You can use an infinitive directly or with to.
To help her to help no, could help her to learn her lines.
Yes, correct.
Mhm.
That's it. This one, it's a request, but it's, I think, number 7, it's in the style of yes/no questions
Yes.
Mhm.
from the previous section, even though it's a request. So I think you have to use if and or whether. Okay, so this is the idea. This is the whole trick here. Okay, I think we've had enough of
But I
reported
think,
speech. Yes,
but I
Sana?
think there is in the last lesson
Mhm.
there is a sentence we confused
Mm,
about the found or find.
yes.
I think the last one 10.
Yes, number 10. Can I come back when I find my
Yeah.
glasses? She
Yeah, yeah.
wanted to know if she could come back when she found her glasses. When she finds her glasses.
Yeah,
She wanted to know, did you check it? She wanted to know if she
No,
could
no,
come
I
back.
don't check it.
Me neither, but completely forgot about it, to be honest.
Yes.
She wanted to know if she could come back when she found her glasses. I think you have to change it in the past, but I haven't checked it. But
Okay.
let's check it. Let's check it since we're still here in this topic before we talk about a new topic. Let's take a look. So, reported speech questions. Okay, let me share the screen with you. So it says here, how do you report questions? Okay, how to change questions into indirect speech. By the way, sometimes reported speech, they call it indirect speech. هذه تسمية تانية يعني انت لو قبلكم سواء direct ولا indirect يعني indirect ولا reported هي نفس الشيء. It's the same thing. Okay, so here it says past tense. Can you see it, Sana? الباين كله بيمشي للpast tense.
Yes.
Subject, asked, object, if, whether. اللي هم هذول yes no questions تكلموا عليهم. She wanted to know if she could come back when she found أن when. Do you want لكن اللي حتى ما فيش أسئلة مركبة كلها أسئلة طرف واحد يعني. Let's take a look. Have you typed, is the program today or tomorrow? Are you sure? Why do you come to school late? Whom do you want to see? Where are you living? How many hours does the bus take to reach? This one. Can you see this one? It has 2 verbs.
Yeah.
هذا
Yes.
شبيه باللي عندنا. لاحظي كلها حولوه للpast. How many hours the bus took? مو هذاك does ما ينحسبش. Auxiliary بيتنحى هيك ولا هيك. When did the competition? So we need to look for an example which has 2 verbs. Reported speech. Let's take a look here. Okay. Are you going? She asked me if I was going. Have you finished the project? She asked whether should we finish the question word, reporting verbs. Did you bring your passport? She wants to know if they brought. I can't find a similar example. بس لو منتبعوا الرule, I think it has to be in the past. All of it should be in the past. وخلاص. Because according to the rule, here it is. It says you need to use the same verb forms in reported sentences. فكلها حيتغير. كلها حيصير لها shift to the past. So for now, just let's follow this rule. عندنا كانت number 10 و number 3 صح ولا؟ هي number 3 زيها. If it's a problem, if I'm angry most of the time. He asked him whether it was a problem if he was angry all the time. حتى هذه تمشي ب was أحسن صح ولا؟ أحسن من is. He asked him if it was a problem if he's angry, if it was a problem if he's angry, if it was a problem if he was angry all the time. If it was a problem if he was angry all the time. Yes. So now, so this means just use both of them in the past. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so it means you need to use found in number 10. She wanted to know if she could come back when she found. If she could come back when she found her glasses. If she could come back when she finds her glasses. I'm not sure. Let's forget about this. هذا معناها لازم نتأكد منها اليوم وخلاص, because I'm still not sure.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so the rest of it, I think it's clear. So this means we've covered 3 things in reported speech. غطينا sentences, غطينا اللي هو questions, and requests and imperatives. So this means four things. So we learned how to report four different forms, maybe even Google forms. So this is the idea. Number 10, don't work with them, write 6 questions. What are you doing? Okay, let's do some of it. Maybe we don't have to do all of number 10. But here, what they want us to do, they want us to write 6 questions. Okay. Okay, so here, what we want to do is, I want you to choose 3 questions from these 6 questions. And you can use anything you want. You can ask about anything you want. And your classmate or the other one will report it to me. So for example, if I say, what are you doing tomorrow morning? So this means when you report it, you will say, he asked her, what is she doing tomorrow morning? Or what was she doing? What are you doing? Yeah. What were you doing? What are you doing tomorrow morning? What were you doing tomorrow morning? Or the next morning? For example, number 2, how often do you watch, I don't know, watch movies? How often do you watch movies? He asked her, how often did she watch movies? So all you need to do is just rephrase it. It's just report it. I think this is clear. I've already done some of this. Okay, let's not waste time. I thought there's something new here. Francesca asked me if I've ever been to the UK. I told her I'd been there. Nothing new. Okay, so let's skip this. Let's move on. All right, in this lesson, we're going to talk a little bit about verb patterns. I think we've talked about verb patterns before, so maybe we're going to talk in more detail in this lesson. And we're also going to talk about reporting verbs. So this is, I think this is a vocab and reading lesson. مركزينكم أكتر على vocab والreading. So the good news is we're finished with reported speech. We don't have any reported speech, but we're going to follow the story of Eva. because now Eva, she got the role, and we're gonna see the show or the series that she's going to act in, that she's playing the job, she's playing the part of the role of an undercover police woman or an undercover agent or something. Undercover. By the way, what does it mean, undercover? What does this mean? When we say he's working undercover or he's undercover, what does it mean? What do you think it means? What do you think, Sana?
Like secret.
Yes, this is the idea. So he's like a secret agent, someone that maybe not a lot of people know about him or about her. This is the idea. Okay, so let's start here with number one, exercise number one. It says here, discuss these questions. What kind of TV programs do you watch? And what kinds of TV programs don't you watch? What about you, Sana? What kind of TV programs do you watch?
I watch documentary program.
So you like documentaries, you watch documentaries.
Yeah.
Are there any shows you don't watch?
Yes, especially for the music, I don't watch.
Okay, so you don't watch shows about music or musical competitions and things like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. But what about your favorite program right now? Do you have a favorite program?
I like watching the about the animals and yes.
Okay. Is there like a specific program you like?
No.
No.
If there is any program for the animals, how to live and how to eat, and it's okay for me, and I can watch.
Okay, but why do you like watching animals eat? Do they
Not
remind
only
you?
eat, how
Do they
to
remind you of people? You know, maybe.
No. No, just to know how these animals live. Because
Okay.
every animal had a specific life, and really, it's interesting when I see this thing.
Interesting. I like this, but I like it only when other animals eat another animal. For example, if there's a show where lions are eating a gazelle, or, you know, as long as one of the animals is being killed by another animal, that's fun for me. But if it's just normal, it's not very interesting, I think.
And even sometimes there is strange intersect, especially in the forest and yes.
Strange insects. Yes, I love insects. Okay. So that's nice. That's great. But what about police dramas and police shows and this kind of thing? Have you watched them before?
Before, yes, but it's long time. If you know, here in Libya, there is another channel. It's English channel like this.
What is
You
it
know
called?
this channel.
What is it? Which one?
نقولوا لها الإذاعة الأجنبية احنا ما نعرفش.
But this is you're talking about something from the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
You mean
there is like series for two policemen, and every I don't know how to call it.
Every week, every Sunday?
No, yeah, maybe every Sunday or like this. It's series.
A series.
Yeah.
You mean every episode?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, because before I saw this series.
Was it called Magnum PI? Did the man have a mustache and drive a Ferrari, a red Ferrari?
No. It's two men, policemen.
Okay.
And run away if there is a storing or something.
You mean like a criminal or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is long ago.
But I think it's long time and it's very old one.
Okay.
Mm.
So you haven't seen any recent police dramas?
No.
No. Okay.
But I saw the cartoon Conan, if you know Conan.
Yes, it's very nice. I
Yes,
like it very much.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah, Conan
Yeah.
is kind of like a police drama in a way, because they investigate a crime and they try to catch criminals. So yeah, there's lots of investigation. So I think we can call it a police drama in a way, maybe not directly. Okay, is it the same thing for you, Hajar? Do you watch any police dramas or no police dramas? Not interested in them?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay, but what are you interested in?
I like programs for food competitions.
Okay, food, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Also there's programs for redecorate the houses. I like
Okay.
it very much.
Yeah, design and
So,
decoration, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
But why do you like these two shows? Why do you like design and decoration and food? What do you like about these shows?
Because I like how to cook, learn new recipes.
Okay.
How they put the food in the dishes. I like it very much.
I mean the presentation itself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also for designs, I like the interior designs, how they put the colors together, how they put the furniture. It's very interesting for me.
I see. Okay. So I'm not sure if you're going to be very interested in this lesson, because it's mainly about police drama. You know, criminals, undercover policemen, policewomen. So
Only the program I like it. It's CSI, and it's a TV series, but I like it. It's interesting.
This lesson is almost exactly like CSI, this one, because it's talking
it's
about
very
a
interesting.
crime. Okay, so CSI is in a way, it's kind of like a police drama, but maybe there's more focus on investigation and solving the crime, maybe more than just catching the criminal, I think. But there is catching criminals, of course, in CSI. But which one do you like? Do you like CSI in Miami or the other one, the original one in New York, I think? Las Vegas, can't remember which one.
Both of them I like. It's very interesting how they investigate the crimes.
Yeah, I remember I watched it a bit too, but it was long ago. All right, okay. So here we're gonna check some vocab first related to investigation, crime, and criminals. So we've got an undercover cop. We've got a smuggler, a bug, a statue, a warehouse, a trap. Now let's take a look at these words. Let's talk about them. So we already covered undercover. An undercover cop is someone who's working in secret, or working in secret is probably the best way to describe an undercover cop. What about a smuggler? When we say a smuggler, what does this mean? A smuggler. Have you seen this word before, Hajar? Smuggler?
Yes.
Can you explain it in English? A smuggler?
It's I don't know how to explain it.
But what do smugglers do exactly?
They smuggle.
They smuggle? Yes. What do they smuggle?
Yeah, they smuggle sometimes drugs.
Right. They do. What else?
Yeah. Sometimes money, jewelries,
Yes.
goods.
Oh,
Yeah.
and even, but for people, we don't say
Even
smuggle.
people.
We use another word. We say traffic.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
We say the human trafficking. Human trafficking. So if you smuggle a person, we call it trafficking. Human trafficking. But yeah, it's basically the same thing. Okay, so you know what it means. Sana, do you know what smuggler means? This word smuggler, Sana? Have you heard of it before? I think Sana went to sleep. Okay, a bug. Haju, do you know what a bug means when we say a bug?
Yeah.
But we don't mean bug like insect. There's another meaning.
I know. Yeah.
What about the bug? I don't know. There is the insect, yeah?
This is one of the meanings.
Yeah, it's the original meaning.
Correct.
But we use it when I know, but I don't know how to explain it exactly.
You have to try.
Yeah.
But what is it? First of all, whenever you want to explain something, you want to define something. First of all, describe what it is. What is it? And anyways, before you describe what it does, just describe what it is. What is it? What is a bug? Is it a fruit?
No, it's a person.
It's a person?
Yeah. Is it true?
No, it's not a person. What did you think it was?
Oh, okay. I remember it now. It's well, it's like something they wear it in. Not they wear it. They put it in the rooms or.
Correct.
Yeah, for to know that truth is true. Is that true?
It's true. Yes.
Yeah.
But what is it? You still haven't described what it is.
It's like
Is it an object?
Yes, it's like a microphone or.
So it's
but
some
very
kind
small one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like a microphone. So it's some kind of electronic tool or gadget or something. And usually it has a microphone or a camera, but usually just a microphone. And you can hide it in the room, right? You can put it under the table or behind a chair or in a teddy bear's eye, right? You can put this bug somewhere, and it's used to listen to what's going on in a room without the people knowing about it, right?
Yeah. Even a bug, like in the computer. Sometimes there is the emails bug or like this. Yes.
Yes. A bug is sometimes like a virus, but here bug is different. When we use bugs for police dramas, we just mean like a microphone that we can use to listen to other people's conversations without them knowing. Okay, what about smuggler, Sana? Do you know this word, smuggler?
Yeah. In Arabic.
Okay,
but I think in English I can someone maybe buy something in not in the comment, maybe not in the front of the people, under the table, maybe.
Actually, smugglers don't buy. They usually sell, I think, because they usually move something. They move something illegally. Yeah, maybe drugs, maybe gold, I don't know, money, things, and they hide it.
Here,
and
maybe,
they try to.
maybe they smuggle.
Maybe.
Here they smuggles oil.
Yes, here in Libya, we
yeah,
smuggle oil, we smuggle petrol, we smuggle water, we smuggle
even fuel.
cooking gas, fuel. Everything is smuggled in Libya. Yes. Okay, so we know what smuggle
even
means.
people.
Yes,
Even people.
correct. But for people, if you want to talk about people, you have to say human trafficking. They use another verb.
Okay.
Trafficking, human trafficking. So I'm not sure of the spelling. Let me check the spelling. Human trafficking. Trafficking. Human trafficking. I forgot the K. Yeah, there's a K. Human trafficking. So this is when you use it for people, moving people illegally from countries. Human trafficking. This is smuggling. نستعمله في نفس الفعل. تهريب للزوز, like in English they change it. Human trafficking. It's a crime, of course. All right. Okay. Statue. I think you know what statue means. You know what statue means?
Yes.
Sana, Hajar, do you also know what statue means?
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, we discussed it before.
I think, yeah, with the lesson about the underwater statues, I think. With strange museums. Anyways, warehouse. I think this is clear. We have this in Libya. Many people who sell and buy things, they sometimes have a warehouse. Do you know what a warehouse is, Sana and Hajar?
Yes.
Yes, great. A trap is clear, I think.
Yes.
So sometimes the police tries to trap a criminal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we know all of the words. Now we've got
even in the oil, there is a trap.
In oil, an oil trap. How? What do you mean?
In the under
underground.
Yeah.
And you mean
the
when
oil when the oil when created movement, because there is a gas dissolved in the oil, and this gas let the oil move, and how to the oil keep in this place if there is a trap. This meaning rock without let this oil keep this oil in this rock. There is a specific rock. It's not normal rock. This called trap.
So you're saying that these rocks trap the oil, so it cannot move.
Yeah, it cannot move the oil. Yes.
Yeah, this is the general meaning of the word trap. Yes, it's catching something or preventing it from escaping, preventing it from moving. So trap. This is the meaning. All right. So I'm gonna give you some time, and I want you to read a review. But what do we mean when we say a review of the new TV cop show? Review, this word. Do you know what it means? It's not the same meaning as revision. It's a bit different. Can you tell me what this word means, review? If you're not sure what it means, try to guess it from the context. And I'll also show you
summary.
Yes.
Review. Summary.
Yes.
Yeah, or
Summary is very, very close. يمشي حالها summary. Or what else do you think, Haji?
To review something before they maybe it's a TV program before they start, they review the script or something.
No, you're using انت تستعمل في review زي revision
as a reviewing,
انت تستعمل فيها كأنه revise, because we have review and we have revise. Revise اللي هي يراجع يعني ومنها جاية revision, لكن review is a little different. I think summary is closer, what Sana said. So a review, sometimes even if you go on Amazon.com and you want to buy, for example, something, you go check the reviews, right? You see what people who bought it said. Oh, some of them will say, this is a great watch, really nice, it's beautiful, blah, blah, blah. Some of them will give it 1 star. This watch is rubbish, it's cheap, it stopped working after 1 week, blah, 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 blah. You know, this is a review.
It's what people say about
Yes, it's how people describe the product or talk about it. This is the idea. So what I want you to do is take a minute, just read this review very quickly, and then after that I want you to tell me, just match the people here from number 1 to 6, the characters, match them to the list. Okay, so take a quick minute and then read the review, and then after that we can do this part.
Okay.
Have you finished?
Yes.
Okay. Sana, have you finished the review?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yes, I finished it.
Okay.
Only this paragraph, yes?
Yeah, only this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's start with the characters. So what about cat?
C.
C, yeah.
An
Okay,
undercover
okay.
cop.
What about, what's her name?
Robert.
Rupert. He's a man, yeah.
Yeah.
Rupert.
The art
The
gallery
art
owner.
gallery owner.
Correct. He's the gallery owner. Okay, okay. Gloria. What about Gloria?
The Robert's
wife.
Okay, so Gloria is Rupert's wife. Okay, خلينا نوصلهم أحسن مش يبدأ أسهل. Let me do it for you. So where is it? So Kat is the undercover copper. Rupert is the gallery owner. Gloria is Rupert's wife. What about Don?
not mentioned here in the review.
Yeah.
Maybe there's another review. خلينا نتأكد. جزء تاني من القصة. There is another part.
we
Okay.
didn't.
Yeah. معناها في جزئية ثانية. Okay. معناها لحد الأولاد 3 الأولاد جاوبناهم صح. Now take another minute and check the second part of the review. هذا كله على episode 4 هو الكلام.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Sana, what about you?
Yes, I finished it.
All right, nice. Let's go back to the characters. So we agreed that Cat is the cop and Rupert is the gallery owner. Gloria, Rupert's wife. What about Dom?
It's Robert's son.
Right, Rupert's son. What about Glenn and Derek? Glenn and Darren?
The book.
Other cops.
Other cops,
Okay.
because plural, yes, other cops.
I couldn't see the paragraph. Doctor.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Sana. Are you there?
I couldn't see the book. Yeah, no, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, so Dom is Rupert's son.
I hear you now.
Okay, can you see the book?
Mhm.
Can you see the book, Sana? Okay. Glenn and Darren are other cops, and this means Hendrik. Who's Hendrik? Hajar?
An artist.
An artist. All right. So these are some of the characters that we're gonna listen about and learn about in our next lesson. We're gonna answer hopefully on Wednesday's lesson. We'll finish this part. We'll take a look at these verbs because these are called reporting verbs. These are kind of important. They're not hard, they're not difficult, but they're important to understand. And after that, we're going to do the listening. هي الحلقة كلها موجودة على listening track. So it's like an episode. It's like a podcast or something like this. So we're going to listen to this and we're going to find out what happens in the story. It's a nice episode, actually. And hopefully, if we're finished, we can start. I don't know if we can finish all of it, but maybe we can. And we can do this part, checking information. Anyways, this is the plan for Wednesday's lesson, hopefully. Okay, so that's all for tonight. My advice is, if you can, try looking up reported speech, indirect speech.
Okay.
you know, try to review it. If you can do the workbook, that would be excellent. Because once, if you remember it once, now you will always remember it. You won't forget it because it's still kind of new. It's not really new, but some of the details are. So if you get used to it now, you know, you won't need to do it later. Okay. So
Okay,
thank you for your
inshallah.
time, and I'll see you again
Thank you.
on Wednesday. So have a good night.
Inshallah. Good night. Good night.
Good night.